राजू माताली.
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, okay, fine, thank you. Okay, now, mhm. Now see, up to see we have been two lectures on the chapter number three. That is this is audio visible to all? Yes,
Yes,
P-
sir.
Yes, sir.
PPT first slide. Okay, fine. So we have started chapter number three. For this, we have just been two lectures. In those two lectures, we have studied what is optimization. Okay, what is optimization? Then what are the different types of optimization? Okay. So there are two types of optimization: constant and unconstrained. Constant means the problem is having limitations. Okay, or difficulties, and unconstrained means that problem it is having only objective function. So what is meant by objective function? Objective function is our aim or purpose. What we are doing. Okay, so there are only two objectives. One is minimize and one is maximize. When you find maximize, then always think about profit. When you find minimize, always think about loss. How to minimize the loss. So this constant optimization problem can be solved by using two methods. One is graphical method and one is analytical method. And unconstrained optimization problem can be solved by using Newton-Raphson method. Okay, so for this we have to take reference of chapter number 1. Okay, so we have started graphical method to solve linear programming problem. In that case also we have studied how to formulate the LPP. Okay, how to formulate the LPP. So yesterday I have posted two files. Just go through those files, and that second last problem from file number 2, that image number 2, we have to formulate the LPP. Just try it. Okay, it's very simple. Again, you must know what is meant by S. So already we have discussed objective function means it is aim or purpose, that is maximum or minimum. Then we have the conditions. These conditions are called as a constraint or say restriction. And again, most important parameter is decision variable. So these decision variables, these are the numbers, and they always zero or more than zero, not negative. Okay, and so, in order to formulate the linear programming problem, your first step, you have to define the decision variable. What is meant by x and what is meant by y. Once you define these decision variables, most importantly, then you have to form a given problem statement into the tabular form. Okay, tabular form, and then you have to write constraint. Okay, constraint limitation, and then think about objective function. If you have problem related to formulation of LPP, okay, how you can get objective function? So first thing you have to find two words: profit or loss, or maximize or minimize. Whenever you find profit, then your objective function it should start with maximize z is equal to whatever, and then when you find profit or loss, profit, then again maximize. If you find loss, then you have to start with minimize. Okay, we have again checked the standard format. We have studied this also. So the standard format of problem is like this: maximize z is equal to 2x plus 5y. This is here again we have the constraint. Again, most important part. See, whenever we are plotting the graph, then we require the coordinates for each constraint. So how to find coordinates? So first step you have to convert inequality into equality form. Constraint into equality form, just remove this less than sign and put it there equal to. And how to get coordinate? You can put x0, then we have y coordinate, put y0, we have x coordinate. Okay, so on the basis of that, see, if you have three constraints, then you have to draw three straight lines. Okay, three straight lines, whether it may incline vertical or horizontal. Then once you draw those lines, okay, once you draw those inclined lines, then you have to check where is the feasible region will lie. It depends upon this inequality sign. If it is less than, then you can draw feasible region. Below or above, tell me. Anyone please reply. If we have constraint that sign is inequality sign is less than or equal to, then where you can draw the feasible region? Yes. Hello. Hello. Yes, where you can draw the feasible region? Very simple question. Hmm.
Downwards.
Downward. That means you can say below. Below in this BEL or WL again less. Okay, you can remember like this LL. If it is less than, you can draw below. If it is greater than, you can draw exactly reverse upward. Okay. And then we have to find common region and assign that common region as a visible region, and then I'll find out the coordinates of each and every point and find the z at each and every point. If the problem is with maximization, then you have to find maximum value. If the problem is with minimization, then find out minimum value. Okay, minimum value. Now we'll solve one problem. Just write this problem. Is it visible? Yes. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
this is visible to all. Now see, uh, just write it down, this problem. Minimize z is equal to. Now see, your focus should be on this objective function. What is it? Minimize. That means you have to, at last, you have to find minimum value, and that should be your final answer. Remember, you have to find minimum value. So this z is equal to 20x plus 10y subjected to condition. So we have here provided three constraints. So we have to draw three inclined lines. So already I have written here the coordinates for first is 40 comma 20. Please cross check whether these coordinates are correct or wrong. Put x is equal to 0 and we have y is equal to 20. Put y is equal to 0, we have x is equal to 40. Okay, that's fine. Now, second, 3x plus y equal to 30. Put x equal to 0, y 30, y is equal to 0, x 10. And then third one, 4x plus 3y. Put x equal to 0, y 20. Put y is equal to 0, x 30. So now, this horizontal x, vertical y axis. Now, we can easily draw the first line, say 20, comma 40. Okay, 20, comma 40. So we can easily say 20, comma 40. Let's say this is 20, comma 40 line. Okay. Again, this is what 20 comma 40 line. So this extend this line and then extend this line again on that line you can write that equation, and now the constraints are less than, so that visible region will lie exactly below. Okay, remember exactly below. Then you can make this arrows. That arrow is important. Here in downward direction you can make this arrow. Okay. Now second, secondly, what is 10 30? Okay, 10 is on x axis. Okay, say this is the 10 and this is say 30. Then we have this line. Okay, 10 30. These also having less than or equal to, so the visible region will lie exactly below to this line. This is important. You have to make arrows. Again, you have to make downward arrows. So now, if we consider these two lines only, if we consider only these two lines, okay, then we can easily say that visible region for these two lines only, the visible region will lie only this line, this region. Is it correct? Hello? Yes, tell me.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so for these two lines only, but again we have provided third line. Now, most important part. So once we draw this, say line, inclined line 15 comma 20. So now it is given 15. Okay, so 15, this is 10 means we can draw from here. Say this is we start, we can say this is 15 and say 20. Okay, so wait. Okay, 15 and 20. So now say this is 15 and 20 means here on this. Okay, from this. We can extend this line. Okay. Now for this line, where is the visible region? Tell me, it is what above to this line. So from here we can draw above, and again from here we can say above. Now tell me, where is the visible region will lie? Hello. Yes. For this first two lines, it is down. It is in downward direction, and for this third line, it is in upward direction. So where you can say visible region will lie in this short span. Wait. Okay, so here is, you can see, is it correct? Hello? Yes?
yes,
So in this region only you can see visible region with line. So now see, now what is the next step? So you have to find the coordinates of this point. Okay. Then again coordinates of this point and coordinates of this point. Give name, say A, B, C, whatever. A, B, C, A, B and C. Then once you have this coordinate, then check this objective function Z. Then you have to find Z at A. Okay, Z at A. So for this A point, you can have two coordinates X and Y. So Z is what 20 X, so 20 into that obtained value plus 10 into again obtained value. So you have to find Z A, Z B and Z C, and see from these three you have to find minimum or maximum value. Reply me fast. From these three values of Z, you have to find which value, which one is correct answer. Minimum value or maximum value? Tell me. Hello? Hello? Tell me minimum or maximum value. That would be your answer. Out of these three, tell me fast. Hello? Just reply.
Minimum.
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 And that should be your final answer. Okay. Any doubt up to this? This is what a graphical method. So always you have to focus on this inequality sign. Whether it is less than means draw below, greater than means above. Is it correct? Any doubt up to this? Hello? Okay, I think that is it's very simple. Now we'll move further. Okay. So we have studied this graphical method. Okay. Then now we will start next one. This is very important. Please pay attention. Okay. Don't go anywhere by keeping mobile somewhere. This is very important. Again, see, as like first semester, you have given 30 marks in same exam. In this semester also, in next month, you have to give one in same exam of 30 marks. Again, it is not objective, it is subjective. So 10 marks for each chapter. So this point, that is simplex method, you can have only one problem on simplex method. That problem you can find for 10 marks. If you solve, you can get directly 10 marks. Okay, and again you are lucky that the simplex problem, those problems which we are having in our syllabus, they are having only two constraints. Remember, two constraints means two equations. Now again, we can easily solve these two equations in calculator. Yes. Then again, we can easily find values of x and y. We can easily find put these values of x and y in given uh, objective function, and we can have value of z. So already, without solving the problem, you have this solution. You have this answer. Now firstly, I will tell you always find answer in calculator and write down somewhere, and then you have to go step by step for the simplest method. At last, please cross check that answer from calculator and answer from your actual solution of actual step by step procedure, it matches or not. Is it? It is very simple. If you find different answers, then you can keep answer from your calculator. No any problem, no any issue. Now, most important. Okay, so all of you ready? It's very simple, but it will take maximum 20 minutes to finish complete problem. Okay, so it requires practice. Okay, so you can take any problem and you can go through the stepwise procedure. You can easily find answer. Now see, in simplex method. Okay, simplex method, it is another type of to solve the constraint optimization problem. One we have already studied graphical method. Okay, now this one is analytical method, or we can say the simplex method. So here, see here 3.2.2 I have written here variables used in simplex method. So this is very important. These two variables are very important. First one is what? Slack variable. Okay, first one is what? Slack variable. Just a minute. Not the name. First one is what? Slack variable, and next one is of artificial variable. Okay, slack variable. So firstly, I will focus on only slack variables. Okay, slack variables, and then artificial variables. See, there are two types of problem. Okay, one is maximization and one is minimization. So maximization means we have constraint, we have the constraints having less than or equal to inequality, and while the problem is with minimization, we have constraint with greater than or equal to. So see, when we have constraint with greater than or equal to, then we have to use the artificial variables. Okay, that means what? When the problem with minimization, and in that case when we have constraint with greater than or equal to, for that each and every constraint we have to think about these two variables, slash variables and artificial variables. And when the problems, when the constraints are having less than or equal to inequality, then you have to think about only slack variables. Remember these two things. Okay, you can write these two things somewhere. First thing you can write, when the constraints with less than or equal to inequality, then we have to use only slack variables. And when the constraints with greater than or equal to, then we have to use slack variables and artificial variables. Remember these two variables, slack variables and artificial variables. Okay. Again, see LPP using simplex method. Yes, we can see today only maximization problem and minimization problem. It is very simple. Now see, simplex method, it is what? An iterative method. See, we have studied what is meant by iterations. See, if we are doing repeated task, then we can say it is iterative method. Means we have to use same formula for once, twice, or thrice. But here it is not like from chapter number one. In chapter number one, maximum we are doing 6 iterations, but here you can find within 2 iterations you can find exact answer. Exact answer. Now see, hello. Now read the second line. Variables are more than 2. That means decision variables. If decision variables are more than 2, then graphical method cannot be used. See, when we can use graphical method, when we have only two decision variable, so that x and y, then we can easily plot those x and the coordinates on graph. But if we have more than 2, means 4 parameters, say x1, x2, x3, x4, then we cannot solve those problems by using graphical methods. So these are the limitations of graphical method. Okay, whenever you find, whenever you go through the interviews, one can ask you this question. Okay, in simplex method or say in optimization, tell me the limitations of graphical method. This point is very important. Okay, so please write this point somewhere. When the variables are more than 2, then we cannot use graphical method. In this case, we have to use simplex method. Remember this. Why simplex method is used? Why simplex method is required? Okay. So when the decision variables are more than 2, so we cannot solve that problem by using graphical method. So in that case, we have to use simplex method. Okay. As name simplex, it is very simple. Okay. Don't take tension. Now see, just we will think about slack variable first. That means we are solving problem with less than or equal to constraint. Today we can see only less than or equal to constraint. Okay, less than or equal to constraint. So what is that exactly? So now see, slack variable. This is very important. You can again note it down. Slack variable is added or subtracted. Slack variable, say it is like number. Okay, see, slack variable is added or subtracted from inequality constraint to convert the constraint to equality constraint. Okay, again read this carefully. The slack variable is added or subtracted from the inequality constraint to convert the constraint to equality constraint. That means what exactly? Now see here. Okay, wait. Now see here. See this first constant x plus 2y is less than or equal to 40. Now what is given here? See x plus 2y, is it visible, is less than or equal to say 40. Is it visible? Hello? Yes? Tell me, is it visible? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. This is very important task. This is very important concept. See, now here I have written first constant x plus 2y is less than or equal to 40. So I have written here this that constant with less than or equal to inequality. Now for graphical method we are converting this inequality sign into equality, just we are removing this less than sign. Okay, so we can write x plus 2y equal to 40. But in this simplex method, those two variables are important, slack variables and artificial variables. Just think now, today's lecture, just think about only slack variables. Okay, so slack variables, so it starts with S. So we are using slack variables like S1, S2, S3, S4, like that. S1, S2, S3, S4. So you can remember S1 means what? Slack variable for first constraint. S2 means slack variable for second constraint, and like that S3, S4, S5. But now we have problems with only two constraints, so we always you find S1 and S2 only. So now here x plus 2y less than or equal to 40. Now we have to convert this inequality sign into equality form. So you have to add or subtract the slack variable. Okay, add or subtract the slack variables. Okay, now see it is given less than or equal to. Okay, now just think about the less than sign. So less than sign means what? The left hand side it is having less value than right hand side. Okay, right hand side. And in order to convert this inequality into equality form, then you have to add slack variables in left side, and you can write like this: x plus 2y plus s1, say s1 is equal to 40, is equal to 40. Do you understand this? Hello? Hello? Yes? Hello? Why we are adding s1 towards left side? Because left side is less than right side. So in order to make this balance, then we can add x plus 2y plus s1 is equal to 40. Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, see second constraint. 3 is it is what? 3x. This is a very important thing. Just focus. 3x plus y is less than again equal to 30. Now again the constraint is less than or equal to. Then again you have to add slack variables. Now already we have used slack variable s1 for first constraint. Now for second constraint you have to think about only s2. Then you can write this equation: 3x plus y plus, tell me, as you cannot use s1, so it is s2 is equal to 30, is equal to 30. So this is our first step for simplex method. So for first constraint we are using s1, for second constraint s2. But most important, but while writing the standard form, okay, by using this s1 s2 constraint, so you have to show first equation, that means this equation along with s2, along with s2, and this equation along with s1, along with s1. And what you can, how you can write? See how you can write. This is again simple. You can write this. So we'll take first one. You can write x plus 2y plus s1 for first slack variable, first constant. Now you can write 0 s2, so it will not affect this actual value, but it is, see, if we have two constraints, then that first equation it is having two slack variables s1 s2, because in this s2 is missing, put coefficient as 0. Second equation same, 3x plus, very important, 1 plus, maintain sequence, 0 s1 plus s2 is equal to 30. All of you understand this? And I will deal with only two constraints, because in our problem statement always you find two constraints only. Up to this, is it fine? Hello? Hello? Yes?
Yes,
Hello?
sir.
That means what we have did till now for simplex method, just focus on constraint, okay, and their inequality sign. If that inequality sign is less than or equal to, then you have to add only slack variable. You have to think about only slack variable. And if constraint is with greater than or equal to, then you have to think with two, slack and artificial. Remember. So now here it is less than, so always you have to think about slack variable. So for first constraint S1, second constraint S2. So add S1 towards left side and add S2 towards left side for second constraint, and add S1 towards left side in first constraint. So this is your first step. You have to convert those inequality sign into equality form by adding slack variables when the constraints are less than or equal to. This is very important. Now again we'll start. Okay, so now here it is given, say slack variable is added or subtracted from inequality constraint to convert the constraint to equality constraint. Now see here, okay, here it is less than, it is less than, so this 4x plus 2y, so left side is having less value than right side, then you have add this s1, you have to add this s1. And when you can subtract this, when constants are with, say here again it is given 4x plus 2y is greater than equal to 20, then you have to subtract this s1. How? You have to subtract this s1 from left side so that it will balance. 4x plus 2y minus s1 is equal to 20. And what is given here? The values s1 lies from 0 to 20 depending upon the values of x and y from the given equation. It's not required here. Okay. Leave. Again, here last line in this blue color, see the coefficient of slack variables are considered as 0 in profit equation. Profit equation means what? Anyone have idea about this profit equation? Hello? What is profit equation? Yes? Hello? Tell me, what is profit equation? Hello? Already you have studied this, but with different name. Tell me, what is profit equation means your objective function. If it is maximize, that means maximize z is equal to. So that is what your objective function works. That is what your profit equation. So now what is written here? The coefficient of slack variables are considered as a 0 in profit equation. That means what? Now see again. That means what? Here we have written this equation number 1, and this is equation, is it visible to all? Hello? Yes? Okay, is it? Hello? Hello? Just reply me fast. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now see what is given. See, we have added the slack variables s1, s2 in constraint 1 and constraint 2. But we have to show the slack variables in objective function also. So what is the objective function here? Minimize z is equal to 20x plus 10y. Then again you have to modify this objective function. Then you can write z is equal to same 20x plus 10y. Then again you have to add here s1, but you have to add s1 s2 in this objective function in such a way that it will not affect its original value, it will not affect the profit. Okay, so you have to take the coefficient of this s1 in here, 0 s1 plus 0 s2. This is important, this is important, and we require this in actual calculation, 0 0. So see, this is our problem statement. Then we have, you have to rewrite the problem statement by considering slack variables and artificial variables. But Slack variables you have to consider when constraints are when constraints are less than. If constraints are greater than, then we will discuss this problem later when the constraints are less than. So here constraints are constraints greater than. Here constraints are less than. So think about slack variable. This is the first correct one. This is second correct one, and this is what your objective function. Okay, so there is equal to 20x plus 10y plus 0s1 plus 0s2. Up to this, any doubt? If you write this, you can get 2 marks. Any doubt up to this? Hello? Hello? Yes, reply me fast. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Any doubt? काय doubt आहे का बाळांनो? Hello? Hello?
No, sir.
No. Okay, so let's consider. Okay, you have understand all these things. Okay, that is important. No one is replying, so I assume that you're getting all these things. So now, first, once you have this problem statement, you have to rewrite the problem statement by considering slack variables and object and artificial variables. Remember, when you can think about artificial variables, when the constraints are with greater than equal to. If the constraints are with less than, so think about only slack variable. So you have to add slack variable in first constraint, add slack variable in second constraint, add slack variables s1, s2 in objective function, but it will not affect their actual value, so that you can put coefficient as 0. Coefficient as 0. Okay. Again, we move further. Now, okay, so remember this definition, slack variable is added or subtracted from inequality constraint. Okay. Now we'll move further. Now we will discuss this later, artificial variables. Now this is one simple problem. We will directly go through the problem so that you can understand the stepwise procedure. Hello? So few questions from my side. Okay, few questions from my side. Okay, you have to answer these questions. Now, this problem is with maximize. Okay, maximum or maximize z is equal to 1600x plus 1500y. Subjected to constraints are given. My question is, in those constraints, what is the inequality sign? Whether it is less or greater? Tell me. Hello? Anyone, please reply. What about the inequality sign? Yes? Hello? Hello.
Yes, sir.
What about the inequality sign in constraint? It is less than or greater than?
Less than.
Less than. So now if the constraints are with less than or equal to, then you have to add slack variables towards left side, or you have to subtract slack variables towards left side. Tell me.
Add variables. Oh,
Because left side is having lower value than right side, that's why it is given as less than sign. So here it is given. Okay, so for your first step, important, convert the constraint into equality constraint. So you have to remove this less than sign. So you can write 5x plus 4y plus s1 is equal to 500, and 15x plus 16y plus s2 is equal to 1800. Okay, but you have to write the first equation in terms of s2 also. Then you can write 5x plus 4y plus s1 plus 0 s2 equal to 500. 15x plus 16y plus 0 s1 plus s2 is equal to 1800. And this objective function, see, you have to add s1 s2 in objective function also, but it will not affect this original value. So our objective function is z is equal to 1600x plus 1500y. You have to add again s1 s2, it will not affect, so we have to put coefficient as 0, and here it is given 0 s1 plus 0 s2. If you write this, you can get 2 marks. Any doubt up to this? Already we have studied. Any doubt up to this? Yes, reply me fast.
No, sir.
Okay, that's fine to you now. Okay, now this is the problem. That is same problem. Okay, so this is your first step. Convert inequality constraint into equality constraint by adding slack variables. Now you have to write same problem statement. That means it is given maximize, and you can start with same. Maximize z is equal to 1600x plus 1500y plus 0s1 plus 0s2, comma, again you can write subjected to, write down next 5x plus 4y plus s1 plus 0s2 is equal to 500, and then third 15x plus 16y plus 0s1 plus s2 is equal to 1800. Okay, at last again you can write x comma y always greater than equal to 0. That means you have to rewrite same problem. See? You have to rewrite same problem, but by adding slack variables in objective function and slack variable in constraint equations. Okay, so if you write this correctly, then you can get 2 marks. This is simple. Hello. Yes. Now we'll move further. Now this is very important task. Okay, this is very important task. Yes. Have you seen this on your screen? Hello. Step number 2. Is it? Hello. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now see, it is like a table. Okay. Now see what is the use of this table? Okay. And here again, I have written these 3 equations. 3 equations means your first step. Okay, your first step. Now, z, what is our z by adding slack variables? Z is equal to 1600x plus 1500y plus 0s1 plus 0s2. Second, 5x plus 4y plus s1 plus 0s2 is equal to 500. 15x plus 16y plus 0s1 plus s2 is equal to 1800. Now, your second step is you have to prepare simplex table. This is simplex method, then it is this first table it is called as a simplex table. Okay, now see what is the simplex table. Okay, what is this simplex table? Okay, now I will rough all these things. Okay, wait, I will delete this. Okay, just a minute. Okay, fine, I will delete this also. Okay, that is fine. This is again fine. Okay, now it is totally blank. Hello? Yes? Hello? Hello? Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Now this, and how to put these values is very important task. Now see this table, that means what the first simplex table is nothing but, see, you have to show all these given 3 equations. We have these 3 equations. Objective function is first, first constant, second constant. Already we have added s1, s2. Okay, so we have to put all these equations in tabular form. That is your first simplex table. Okay, and how we can do this? Now see, for this b dot b means you can say it is basic variables. You can say it is basic variables. Okay, basic variables. And these objective rows or cj, you can see the coefficient of basic variables from objective function. Remember this, cj means what? Coefficient of variables from objective function. Basic variables means what? Variables from objective function. Remember, variables from objective function. So here write down the variables from objective function. So objective function is what? 1600x plus 1500y plus 0s1 plus 0s2. Write down coefficient, write down variables first. So here you can have x, then next we have y. Next, tell me what you have. Variable from objective function. Yes, tell me fast. Hello?
S2.
S1 and S2, that's fine. Okay, now about each and every variable from objective function, you have to write coefficient. So it is Cj. Cj means what? Remember, coefficient of each variable from objective function. So here, what you can write? Coefficient of x from objective function. What is that value? Yes. Hello? Hello? What is that value? Tell me.
1600.
So it is what? Coefficient of, see here, x, y, s1, s2. So we have written here only coefficient. Now above to this coefficient, write down About these variables, write down coefficient from objective function. So here it is x. What is the coefficient of x? It is 1600, 1600. In second 1500. Third, what is the coefficient of S1? S.
0.
What is 0? And next one is again 0. So now we have completed we have completed the part of objective function. Correct? So how we can read this? 1600x plus 1500y plus 0s1 plus 0s2. So we have written objective function in tabular form. So now objective function is finished. Correct? Now you have to think about first constraint and second constraint. Up to this, any doubt? Yes? How to show objective function in tabular form? Hello? Yes? Clear? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Now see, again you can have one question. See, why I have drawn here only two, these two. Why two? These two means what? We have two constraints. You can add one more if we have three constraints. So this first means first row. This complete row is for your first constraint. Second row, it is for your second constraint. Okay, but before that, exactly below to this basic variable, we have to write slack variables in sequential manner. See this first equation, first line is for first constraint. So what is the slack variable for first constraint? What we have added? S1 or S2? Hello? For first constraint, which will be your slack variable, S1 or S2? S1. Write down S1 here. And for second equation, it is S2. Okay, it is S2. Now, okay, now most important part. So the first line means your first variable, first constraint. Second line is your second constraint. So now see, we have shown again. I will repeat this. We have shown the coefficient of variables from objective function exactly above to each and every variable 1600, 1500, 00. So now exactly below to the basic variables, write down slack variables S1, S2. Now here CBI means what? Coefficient of slack variables. Remember, coefficient of slack variables. So here, what is the coefficient of S1? Here it is S1 means write down coefficient of S1. What is the coefficient of S1 from your first equation?
1.
Oh, wait. Oh, so no. Wait. This coefficient, sorry. This coefficient is not from your first constraint. Okay, so some part is again remaining from your objective function. We have to write this only directly. You have to write this only. So the coefficient of S1 is 0 from your objective function. Here again, coefficient of S2 is 0 from objective function. We can put this as it is. So this coefficient of S1 is from C. We have written the coefficient of X, Y, S1, S2 exactly above from this objective function. Here also, write down the coefficient of S1, S2 from this objective function only. So write down here 0 and 0. Up to this, any doubt? Hello? A doubt ahead? Hello?
No, sir.
Okay, कळलं काय करतोय? Now just now again we are thinking about only objective function. Remember objective function. So this is the end. Okay, this is the end for your objective function. Now we will think about your first constraint. So now here it is basic variable x, y, s1, s2. So your first constraint it starts from this x. Okay, now here x, what is the coefficient of x from your first constraint? What is the coefficient from first constraint?
5.
5. What is the coefficient of y?
4.
Next, S1.
1.
S2. 0.
0.
Solution equal to is 500.
500.
Now, second, put as it is 15, 16, 0, 1 equal to 1800. Okay, 1800. Now, what is given here? ZZ. Okay, now next part is ZZ. Please note this. I will share this PPT also. Please note this here. ZZ means what? You have to calculate the value of ZZ. So this ZZ means what? Remember, ZZ is nothing but it is the addition of, this is very important. It is the addition of product of this 0 to 5 plus this 0 to 15. That means ZZ means what? 0 into 5 plus 0 into 15. What is your answer? It is 0 into 5 plus 0 into 15. What is your answer? Calculator. What is your answer? ZZ means what? It is the addition of product of 0 to 5 plus 0 to 15. What is your answer? Hello? Just a minute, I'm having a call. Okay. So what is this? What you can have here? ZZ means what? It is addition of 0 to 5 plus 0 into 15. What is the answer? Hello? Hello? Yes?
0.
0.
From second column also, what is your answer? 0 into 4 plus 0 into 16.
0.
0.
Next one. 0 into 1 plus 0 into 0.
0.
0. Next one. 0 into 0 plus 0 into 1.
0.
0. Next one. 0 into 500 plus 0 into 1800. 0. So that means what? For your simplex table, first table, we can find all ZZs as 0 because S1 and S2 they are having coefficient 0 from your objective function. Now what is given? Cj minus Zj. What is Cj here? 1600 minus 0. What is your answer? Is it 1600? Hello? Hello?
Yes.
Yes, it is 1600. Next one, 1500 minus 0. See this Cj minus Zj. Go for each and every column. Cj minus Zj. 1500 minus 0. It is 1500. Here, 0 minus 0, 0. Here, 0 minus 0, 0. Okay. Here it is not required. Here it is again not required. So this is what your simplex table. But the ratio, these two values are missing. What are those two values? This is very important. Okay. If you understand the first table, then you can easily write values for second simplex table. Now see how you can, why the ratio is required. Ratio means what? It is the division of what to what. This is very important. Up to this, any doubt? Again, I will repeat all these things. See, just write down basic variable. Toward right side, write down variables from objective function x, y, s1, s2, x, y, s1, s2. Exactly above, write down coefficient of coefficient of each variable from objective function 1600, 1500, 0, 0. Towards left side, write down s1, s2. Write down here 0, 0 coefficient from objective function. Now first constraint put here as it is 5x plus 4y plus 0s1 plus 0s2 is equal to 500. Next one, 15x plus 16y plus 0s1 plus 1s2 is equal to 1800. Now then calculate ZZ. Important. Note this somewhere. ZZ or write down here only. ZZ is equal to 0 into 5 plus 0 into 15, 0. Okay, please calculate this. 0 into 5 plus 0 into 15 is equal to 0 in calculator. 0 into 4 plus 0 into 16, 0. 0 into 1. That means for first initial simplex table, you can find all values as a 0. Here also 0. See, in some books, don't refer any book for this simplex method because you can find say different nomenclature for each and every number. Okay, just go through this. It is very simple. Now you have to find out Cj minus Zj. So it is Cj means this coefficient. Okay, that means coefficient of objective function. So 1600 minus 0, 1600. 1500 minus 0, 1500. 0, 0, 0, 0. Now Up to this, any doubt? Yes, I'm asking each and every step. If you have any doubt, please ask. And practice is very important for this problem. Yes, it will take maximum 15 minutes. You can get the answer. You can easily get 10 mark, 10 out of 10 in same exam. Yes, any doubt up to this? Hello? Hello, hello? Any doubt? Reply me fast.
No, sir.
Okay. Now, see, if you are writing this problem solution, okay, then please write down next point. Write down in your book. Write down next step. Find key row and key column. Write down as it is. Find key row, key column, and key element. Key row, key column, and key element. Write down these three things: key row, key element, and sorry, key row, key column, and key element. Most important part. Now, firstly, before calculating these two values of ratio, you can easily identify which one is key column. See this, here we have 4 columns. Here we have these 4 columns. So out of this 4 column, which one is key column? Okay, which one is key column? And we have only 2 rows. See, out of these 2 rows, which one is key row? Okay, which one is key row? And what is meant by key element? Key element means what? Intersection of key column and key element. You can find one number. That number is what? Your key element. Now, most important thing, firstly, always, once you do this part only, then you can find first key column. How to find key column? This is important. So now, see this. For finding the key column, we have to focus on the values of Cj minus Zj. Last row, we have to focus on these 4 values. First one is 1600, 1500, 0, 0. Okay, 0, 0. Now, most important part, again, we have to check the objective function. What is the objective function? It is with maximization. Remember, it is with maximization. So, remember, we have to find maximum value from these 4 numbers. Which one is maximum? Yes? Which one is maximum? 1600 is maximum or 1500 is maximum? Yes? 1600 is maximum. So you can assign whole, or you can assign this column as a key column. You can assign that as a key column. Yes. Sorry. You can assign that as a key column. Up to this, any doubt? How to find key column? Are you understand? For finding the key column, again you can write down somewhere. For finding the key column, check the objective function. That objective function, it is maximize. Then find maximum value of Cj minus Zj. Maximum value of Cj minus Zj. So maximum value is 1600. So consider this whole column as a key column. Any doubt up to this? How to find key column? So your attention is very important for this lecture. See, you cannot understand later, just go through. Okay, just pay attention here. How to get key column? Have you clear this? Yes. Just give me answer. Okay. When I ask the next question, then you don't remember that previous part. So that's why each and every step I am asking. Any doubt? Please ask. Hello. Any doubt how to find key column?
No, sir.
Yes. How to find key column? Just find out. So just check the objective function, whether it is maximize or minimize. Maximization. Then find out maximum value of Cj minus Zj. So 1600 is your maximum value. So you can assign this. That means yellow color. First column as a key column. So now next part, we have to assign key row. So there are how many rows? 2 rows. This is first and this is second one. Okay. So out of these 2, you can have only one key column. So how to find key column? So that how to find key row? So for identification of key row, you must require this value of ratio. And this value of ratio is nothing but, this ratio is what? Solution 50 500 divided by 500 divided by element of key column from that key row, from that row. So what is that value? Element of key column, okay, from that row. So see, this is key column and this is what our row. So what is that value? It is 4, 1 or 5? Yes. Hello. It is what, 5, 4 or 1?
5.
5.
See, ratio what to what? So this ratio means what is the ratio of solution is equal to 500 divided by that element from your key column. That means key column, and that element it should be from your first row, because we are writing the ratio value for first row. So this is our first row. Okay, here we have 5 and this is our key column. So divided by 5. Divided by 5. So you can put here 100. Okay, you can put here 100. Now second tell me what is the value of ratio? How you can tell? Tell me. It is 1800 divided by what? First.
16.
16 or 15? Hello? Divide by 15 or 16? See this.
15.
See, this is, so think about this key column only. Key column. We are doing operation on key row number 2. So find out values. It is 15. So what is your answer? It is 120. Hello? Is it 120?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is what 120. Okay, 120. So now, how to find? Okay, how to find key row? Key column is finished. How to find key row? So now see, for finding key column, we are checking maximum value. So now for finding key row, please check minimum value. Please check minimum value. So out of minimum value of ratio, so which one is minimum? 100 or 120? Yes? Which one is minimum? Hello? Which one is minimum? 100 or 120? Yes?
100.
100. So assign this as a whole. Assign this as a what? Assign this as a key row. Okay, so this key column and this is what? A key row. And what is the intersection point? What is the intersection value of key column and key row? Tell me, what is that intersection value of key column and key row? Yes, what is that value?
5.
5. You can tell this 5 as a key element. That 5 as a key element. So I will go to next. Okay. This is okay. Now it is like this. So your next step number 3, it is identify the key column, key row and key element. Okay, so how we are identifying key column? Maximum value of Cj minus Zj. How we are finding key row? Minimum value of ratio. So for finding key column, maximum value of Cj minus Zj. For finding key row, minimum value. For row minimum and for column maximum value. And intersection of these two, we have this 5. So you can say this is the key element. So role of key element is most important. Okay, while drawing next means while drawing your first iteration. Okay, up to this, any doubt? Hello? How to find key column, key row? Hello? Any doubt up to this? Just reply me yes, then I will explain again. Any doubt? Hello? Hello? Any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay, no, here I have missed. Okay, 0. So now this is what your first simplex table. Okay, first simplex table. Okay, shall we move further? Yes. Now, next step. Okay, next step. Okay, this is most important. Okay, okay. So the next step means what? Your first iteration table. Okay, first iteration table. Again, I will blank all this. I will blank all this. Okay, all this. Just no all. Just that mid values. Okay, okay. plus these values, this. Okay. So now for your first iteration, again I will skip this. Okay. I will skip. Okay. Now see, for first iteration, okay, चलो ये पूरा खत्म कर देंगे, ये पूरा 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 निकाल देंगे. ये छोड़ो. ये पूरा जाना. ये भी पूरा. ठीक है. Now A will keep this. Wait, will keep this. It is no. Okay, so this is the format. Okay, now see for first iteration. Okay, you have to write again. You have to start from first. See, for previous table, we have key row. Okay, key in the first row is key row. First column is key column, and this intersection of these two, that is 5, is having key element. Okay, key element. So most important part, see here. Okay, see here, you have to identify. This is the new concept again. You have to identify which one is entering variable and which one is leaving variable. Leaving means L-E-A-V-I-N-G, not L-I. L-E-A-V-I-N-G. So you have to find entering variable and leaving variable for first iteration, for next simplex table. So now see here, this key column. So X is what? In key column we have variable X, and key row we have slack variables S1. So while writing table for first iteration, okay, I will put here as it is. Say this is X comma X1, S1, S2. Okay, here what is the value? 1600. Same, it is same. Second it is 1500, 0, 0. Okay, now here, now see. Okay, from here the column variable is X. So you can say X is the entering variable. Always entering variable is from column. Okay, and leaving variable is from key row. So in this case we have leaving variable as a S1 and entering variable as a X. Remember, leaving variable as a S1, entering variable as a X. So for here, instead of writing S1, what you can write? It is X is entering, S1 is leaving. So for next table, don't write S1. We have entering, always write entering variable. So here, instead of writing S1, what you can write? Entering variable. Which one is entering variable? Hello? Which one is entering variable? S1 or X? Entering variable always is from column. In this column, we have X as a variable. So X, it should be entering variable, and leaving variable is S1. So for next table, don't write S1, write X here and write X as it is here. So just S1 will change. Instead of writing S1, write down X. So here entering variable is X, and second variable write down as it is S2. Up to this, any doubt? It is clear? Hello? Is it clear to all? Hello? समजते का काय चाललंय? Hello? लक्ष द्या, ऑटोमॅटिक कळतं. Are you getting which one is entering and which one is leaving variable? Yes? Tell me fast. So the variable from column is entering variable, and variable from key row, it is your leaving variable. So in next table, don't write leaving variable S1. Instead of writing S1, write down entering variable X. Is it clear? Hello? Tell me fast. Hello? थोडं लक्ष द्या, नाही तर कळत नाही काही. विचारा क्वेश्चन. तुम्ही इकडे तिकडे केला ना, लेक्चर सुरू आहे, 10 मिनिटं इकडे तिकडे गेला, परत येऊन बसला तर काही कळत नाही कुठे आहे आपण. काहीच कळत नाही. हे बोला, कळलं की नाही? काय मी सांगेन पटपट पटपट. हा, आस्क मी. हाऊ टू फाइंड एंटरिंग व्हेरिएबल, हाऊ टू फाइंड लिव्हिंग व्हेरिएबल. हा, I cannot ask each and every student. Okay, it is your requirement. It is your requirement. Take benefits and ask questions. Hmm. And don't
सर
think
परत एकदा सांगा सर.
yes, don't think like yes, sir. We have online NSEM exam, but we have offline means you have to write paper for NSEM exam 30 marks. In this case, you have 10 marks for this type of problem. So please pay attention. I have told you from first okay first minute of this session. Remember, this is very important. If you are not getting, please ask. At last, 100% you can get answer, but you can't understand anything. You don't understand anything. Remember, this is very important. काहीच कळू शकत नाही पण आन्सर भेटून काहीच कळत सोडतो तर लक्षच देत नाही आपण व्यवस्थित सांगतो 1000 वेळा सांगतो लक्ष द्या लक्ष द्या लक्ष द्या काही समजत नाही शेवटपर्यंत ठीक आहे अगेन वी विल स्टार्ट फ्रॉम फर्स्ट ओके वरी दिस वन ओके दिस वन ओके नाउ सी this is our first step. Okay, just add slack variable s1 s2 in objective in constant equations here. In order to remove this less than sign, here it is less than means you have to add s1 towards left side. It is again less than, you have to write s2. Why s2? Because it is second constant equation. This is first constant equation, and you have to add these slack variables in objective function, but it will not affect its original value. For this purpose, use 0 as a coefficient for s1 s2 in objective function. So we have rewrite the problem statement like this. You can write maximize z is equal to 1600x plus 1500y plus 0 s1 plus 0 s2 subjected to the conditions. First, 5x plus 4y plus s1 plus 0 s2 is equal to 500. 15x plus 16y plus 0 s1 plus s2 is equal to 1800. You can get 2 marks. पर पुन्हा विचारतोय, any doubt? Hello, any doubt here? S1 s2 these values varies from 0 to 20 depends upon values of x and y. Any doubt up to this? Just say yes or no, anything, any reply. It is again two-way communication. Tell me fast. See, we have
No, sir.
last 35 minutes. Okay, we have to finish this problem. Now, next step. See, we have these three equations. We have to put this. We have to put these equations where in the tabular form. Before this, I will remove this color. Okay, then you cannot understand about their yellow color. Now it is like this. Okay, so now then I will cancel this value all. Okay. Right? Okay, this one. Now see. Okay, so now basic variables. Okay, you have to keep this in mind. This table here it is. If you are if you don't want to write objective row, remove, write only Cj, no any issue. Cj. Now basic variables, towards right side of basic variables, write down variables from your objective function. First we are thinking about, always think about objective function, their variables and their coefficient. Towards right side means what? X, y, s1, s2. X, y, s1, s2. We have taken from here x, y, s1, s2. Okay, and exactly below basic variable, write down slack variables. This first line means what? First row, write down here s1, s2. Okay, write down here s1 and s2. Now Cj means what? Cj means these are the coefficient. Now here we have written these basic variables towards left right side from objective function. So here also we have to write our coefficient from objective function. So objective function, what is the coefficient of x? It is 1600. Okay, it is 1600. Now next objective function coefficient of y is 1500. Next 0, next 0. Now here also write down coefficient of s1, s2. This first line means what? Okay, just it is the first constraint, second constraint. But just think initially, just think about objective function. So s1. So coefficient of objective function of s1 is what? That means what? C, this one and C. Okay, see these values. Okay, these first two lines, and here also these two lines. These are from objective function. You can remember these two lines. That means these two lines. Okay, and these vertical two lines. These two lines are from objective function. Now here, what is the coefficient coefficient of S1 from objective function, it is 0. Again here it is 0. Now we'll move further. Constant equation. First one is 5x. So first row means first constant equation. Second row, second constant equation. So now we have to put as it is. Now below to this x, y, s1, s2. Write down coefficient from objective function. Sorry, constant equation. So your constant equation is 5x plus 4y plus s1 plus 0 s2 equals to 500. So what is the coefficient of x? It is 5. Coefficient of y, it is 4. Coefficient of s1 is 1. Coefficient of s2 is 0, is equal to 500. Okay. Next one. Second. Coefficient of x is 15. Y is 16. S1 is 0. S2 is 1, equal to 1800. Okay. So by observing this, we can easily just once you write this, then please go in reverse manner. Check again. Cross checking is very important. Okay, you can write plus to minus and minus to plus. Okay, so last constraint 15x, you can manage it. 15x plus 16y plus 0 s1 plus 0 s2 is equal to 1800. Please cross check whether it is similar or say different. Second, 5x plus 4y plus 0 s1 plus 1 s1 plus 0 s2 is equal to 500. Second one is correct. In the first constant equation is correct. Again, check this objective function. 1600x plus 1500y plus 0 s1 plus 0 s2. So S all are correct. Then move further. Now ZZ, how we are finding ZZ? Remember how we are finding ZZ. It is what? It is the addition of product of 0 into 5 plus 0 into 15. It is 0. Next, 0 into 4 plus 0 into 16. Again it is 0. Next, 0 into 1 plus 0 into 0. Here it is 0. 0 into 0. Again it is 0, and here also it is 0. Okay, now calculate Cj minus Zj. 1600 minus 0. It is 1600. Here it is 1500. Here it is 0, 0. Okay, now next part we have to find key column. First always find key column. And now see this problem statement. The problem statement is with maximize z, so it is with maximization. So for finding the key column, always find out maximum value of Cj minus Zj. Which one is maximum? 1600 is maximum. Okay, so you can assign this as a, you can assign, or you can take all, you can assign whole this as a key column, hold this as a key column. Okay, hold this as a key column. Okay, so now key column. So this is what our key column. Okay, just you can color it. Okay, just take this one. You can color it. Okay, now next your aim is to find key row, and the findings of the key row depends upon the value of ratio. Ratio, how you can calculate ratio? It is what? Solution divided by respective element from key row. Okay, so go through here like this. So here it is 5. Okay, so you can divide 500 divided by 5, it is 100. Okay, and second it is 1800. So here you can write 1800 divided by 15. So it is 120. Okay, so up to this we have this value is 100 and 120. So in order to find the key row, take what small value. Okay, so which one is smaller? 100. Okay, less value. So 100 is less, then you can assign this whole row as a key row, whole row as a key row, and intersection of key row and key column, you have one element, that is 5. You can assign this 5 as a key element. Okay, 5 as a key element. Okay, up to this any doubt? Hello?
No, sir.
Okay, is it fine to all? Okay, it is very important. S. Okay, it is simple. So here in initial simplex table, you have to find key column by having maximum value of Cj minus Zj. Why maximum? Because the problem is with maximization. Now, and for key row, always for key row, finding key row, always we are using minimum value. Whether it's a problem, it is doesn't matter. So minimum value and intersection of these two, we have key element. So we have here. So identify the key column, key row, and key element. So this is 5 is what our key element. Okay. Any doubt? Yes, no. That's fine. Now we will move further. again see, most important part, once you write this, once you find key column, key row and key element, while writing next simplex table, you must know which one is entering variable and which one is leaving variable. So see the variable from key column, it is entering variable, and variable from key row, it is leaving variable. So while drawing or while writing the next simplex table, okay, entering variable and leaving variable. So don't write S1. Instead of writing S1, write down X. Write down X. So here I have written here X. Okay, I have written here say X. Any doubt up to this? How to find entering and leaving variable? The variable from key column is entering variable. Variable from key row is leaving variable. Write it down somewhere. Note it down. These are very important things. Entering variables means what? The variable from key column is entering variable. Variable from key row is leaving variable. So initially in this table we have S1 here. But next table it is leaving, means don't write S1. Instead of S1 write down entering variable. So X is what? Entering variable. Up to this, any doubt? Hello? 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 Yes?
No, sir.
Now the rest part is same. About to this x, y, s1, s2, write down coefficient from objective function is 1600, 1500, 0, 0. Now it is CBI. That means coefficient of these variable. These variables from your again objective function. So what is the coefficient of x from objective function? Tell me. It will change. It is not 0. What is the value? Hello? Yes? Tell me, what is that value? Hello?
1600.
That is 1600. And what is the coefficient of S2 from objective function? S2
Zero.
from
0.
0. This is very important. Now, see, in previous table, we have written this 5410 and 151601 equal to 1800 and 500. These all the coefficient or the out solution, they are from your constant equations. Okay, so this part is finished now, constant equation. So now next table you cannot write as it is. You cannot write as it is here. You cannot write here same 5410 151601. So we have to add new values. We have to write new values here. You have to write new values here. Okay. And again, most important part, see, in first simplex table, always we find X is the key column and S1 is the key row. But in next simplex table, you cannot find X as a key column. X as a key column. Always you find, if one is finished, then you cannot find it again as a key column. Okay, then always 100% you can find Y as a key column and S2 as a key row. 100% you find this. Y as a key column and S2 as a key row. Remember this also. Okay. Now here you can find this Y as a key column 100% and this S2 as a key row 100%. You can find this, but we have to write here new values. Okay. So how to find the new values? This is important part. This is very important part. Remember how to find these new values. Any doubt up to this, or it is required to repeat it again? Yes. Hello.
No doubt, sir.
Okay. Now, always think. See, while writing these new values, firstly write down the values of previous key row. So previously we have this as a key row, correct? So write down these new values in next table. So here don't write 5, but how to write this value 5? Okay, so see what I am saying. Firstly write down the new values of key row. Okay, that means write down these values first. Write down these values first. Okay, write down these values first. Okay, write down these values first. Okay, so here how to write these new values? Don't write, you can't write as it is 5410 500. So in this case, how you can find these values? So see, divide each value, they divide 5, 4, 1, 0, 500 by key element. That means how you can write these elements from new element of key row. Okay, so here you have to write these values first. So here divide each element by key element. So here what is the value? It is 5. 5 divided by key element, it is 5. Then you can write here 5 divided by 5. Okay, next here what is that value? 4. You can write what you can write here, it is 4 divided by 5. Okay, next what you can write here? 1 divided by 5. 1 divided by why 5? 5 is whatever key element. Then 0 divided by 5. 0 divided by 5. And here 500 divided by 5. Any doubt up to this? Why we are writing the values from first row? Because first row is our key row in previous table. And how we can change these values? That element divided by key element. That value divided by key element. So initially we have here 5, 4, 1, 0 and key element. So 5 key element is also 5. 5 upon 5, 4 upon 5, 1 upon 5, 0 upon 5, 100 upon 5. So you can write here. So you can change this as a 1. You can change this as a 0.8. You can change this as a 0.2. You can change this as a 0. You can change this as a 100. Any doubt up to this? Hello? How to write first row? And your first row is a key row from your first previous simplex table. So while writing the new values of key row, you can simply take previous value, that means new value is equal to old value divided by key element. Okay, you can write this formula somewhere. Okay, so old new value is equal to old value divided by key element. For writing the new values of key row only, you cannot use same formula for the second line. Remember, you cannot use the same formula. Okay, that formula is different. That formula is different. Up to this, any doubt? How we have 1 here, 0.8 here, 0.2 here, 0 and 100 here? Any doubt up to this? Yes, reply me fast. Say we have last 20 minutes to complete this task problem. Yes, tell me. Hello?
No, sir.
Okay, how to get 1.8.20 and why we have written these values in first row only? Because that row, it was key row in previous table. So always remember, while writing new values, always write the values of key row. Okay, and that key row was that row, it should be key row from your previous table. So here first row is our key row, and write down all those values firstly by dividing each and every value by key element. So it is 5 upon 5, 4 upon 5, 1 upon 5, 0 upon 5 and 500 upon 5. Okay, 500 upon 5. Now most important.
सर सर CBI मध्ये 1600 कसं आलं?
Hey, see x and s2. Okay, so we have written this from your objective function. So always towards left side, you must have to write coefficient of objective function. So coefficient of objective function x is 1600. So we have written here 1600. Clear? So this part is from your objective function, and this part is from your objective function. कळते काय केलं?
Yes, sir.
Okay, done. So now we have written here new values 1.8, 0.2, 0 and 100. Now we have to write these values. So here the formula is different. Okay, formula is different. Write down that formula. Yes, write it down that formula. Okay, or we'll explain here, but I will remove all this. Give it. Okay, I will. So for this again, previous table is required. Okay, I will just copy as it is. I will paste here. Okay. दिसतं का सगळ्यांना? Okay, this is what previous. Okay, so here 5 is missing. Wait. it as it is. If you understand this, then you can easily solve next one. This is what previous simplex table, and now we're writing now this table. We're writing values for this table. Okay. Now, okay, all of you getting this? How we are getting 1.8, 0.2, 1 and 100? Okay. Yes. Just reply me fast. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
Just
sir.
divide each and every element by key element from your first row, because first row it is a key row from your first table. Now, how to write this value? This is very important. How to write this value? So write down that formula. Write down. Yes. Write down. R2 is equal to R2 minus 15 R1. Just write down as it is. I will tell you what is that. R2 is equal to R2 minus 15 R1. Okay, I will write here. R2 is equal to R2 minus 15 R1. Okay, what is this formula? Okay, now R2 is equal to, now see why I have written here R2, because we are finding, see, we are finding the new values for row number 2. That's why I have written here R2 is equal to, okay, is equal to, R2 is equal to. That means what? It is nothing but, in our simple words, new value is equal to old value minus. It is like that. New value is equal to old value minus 15. 15 means what? Here we are changing the first value for 15. That's why I write down here I have written 15 minus R1. Minus R1 means what? What is that R1? It is what? 5. It is what? 5. Okay, so now see how we get here new values. Now see, R2 new value is equal to R2. What is the value of R2 in previous table? It is 15. Okay, it is say what? 15. So you can see it is 15 minus 15. Okay, 15 into R1. R1 means what? This value 1. Okay, 15. So we can get here 0. So here what is the formula? R2 new value is equal to old value minus 15 into new value. Okay, now again see, check how new value is equal to old value. This old value of R2 means what? It is 15. Okay, minus 15. Okay, 15 means this here, this value, because we are changing here, and this 15 is common for all the values. Okay, it is common for all the values. Okay, remember this formula. It is common for all the values. Okay, into R1 means what? This is again new value. Okay, see this. New value is equal to old value minus 15 into new value. Remember this. New value is equal to old value minus 15 into new value. Remember, new value is equal to old value minus 15 into new value. So R1, 1 means what? Row number 1. Remember, see this. New value for row number 2 is equal to old value of row number 2 minus 15 into new value of row number 1. Write down this formula somewhere. New value of row number 1 is equal to old value of row number 2 minus, what is that? 50 actually, 15. What is that? 15. Okay, so that old value from row number 2 into new value of row number 1. Are you getting this? Hello? Hello? समझते क्या है मैडम? बोला बिंदास बोल. समजते काय केलं? In again simple words, I will repeat this. Okay, I will repeat this. Just remember, okay, just remember this. R2 is equal to R2 minus 15 R1. Just remember this. Or you can remember like this. 221. So it is what? 221. It is what? Remember this. 221 only. Okay, 221. Okay, if you remember this, again we can easily write this formula. See how. So see here, we require what? We require here what? New value, correct? So we can write here new value of R2 is equal to, okay, R2, 2 means what? 2 is finished. Now again we require here 2. So new value of R2 is equal to, for while writing this, okay, while writing this value, we are taking reference from this first previous table. So this 15 is what? Our old value. Okay, so we can write here new value of R2 is equal to old value of R2. So that means what? Again here 2 minus, okay, that value from key column. Okay, that value from key column. So what is the value? It is 15 minus 15. Okay, minus 15. Now this 2 now 1 is remaining, 2 1. So that value from this new value from R1, new value from R1. We can remember this also. NR2 is equal to OR2 minus, okay, here it is 15. Here again we can see here this, we can rearrange this 15 by using another name. See 15. So we can write here, say NR2, new value of R2 is equal to old value of R2 minus, we can write corresponding, okay, that 15 means what? Okay, that 15 means what? We can write, see, we are writing the value for row number 2, and here this value is from again row number 2. Okay, then you can write here corresponding value for key column CVKC. You can write here corresponding value for key column. Then you can write this formula. Okay, NR2, that is new value of row number 2 is equal to old value of row number 2 minus corresponding value for key column KCVC into new value of row number 1. Now write down this formula. Okay, you cannot find this formula somewhere. Now you can easily understand this. NR2 is equal to OR2 minus CVKC, corresponding value of key column, into new value of row number 1. Do you understand this formula? Hello?
Sir, are you trying to
Hello?
convert?
Just reply me.
Sir, are you trying to convert the new value of R2 to 0?
No. Yes, here you can find 0. Here always you find 0. Remember, in that key column, here you can find 1, here you can find 0. But if you go for here, you cannot find 0. You cannot find 0. Is it? Hello? Yes, this is this value is 0. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Is it 0? How?
Sir, new value of R2. That,
You see, new value of R2. How you can get 0 here?
sir, the key column, the element in the key column.
Element in the key column. This value,
Others.
it will not 0. Is it?
Sir, I'm asking that the first element, are you trying to convert?
Yeah, that first element always you find 0. Here, this first element you can find it 0. Okay, always. And when you find the second, this as a column, again you can find here 0 or 1 somewhere. Okay, so see here, we'll repeat it, or just remember this formula. Okay, just remember this formula. Okay, NR2 is equal to OR2 minus CVKC dot NR1. Now we are writing this value. Here you can find what? Tell me what you have this value. First one we'll write here. New value is equal to old value is old value of R2 is it is 15 minus CVKC, corresponding value of key column. Okay, this one it is 15, it is fixed into new value of R1 it is 1. So you can find here 0. So write down 0 here. Write down 0. Now we'll check for next second. Okay, next. Okay, next 15. So what is given here? Old value of R2. Whether it is 15. Hello, old value of R2, whether it is 15, hello, or it is 16.
16.
15. So write down 16 here, old value 16 minus CVKC, corresponding value of key column. What is that value? It is not 16, it is 15. From that value from your key column, it is 15. 15 into new value of row, that is 0.8. So it is 0.8. What is the value? What is
50
the
into 4.
It is 4. So write down 4 here. Write down 4. Next, third. Third is equal to, corresponding it is 0. Okay. Old value minus. It is 15 always because it is corresponding value of key column into new value of R1. What is that new value of? What is the new value of R1? It is 0.2. It is 0.2. What is your answer? Tell me. It is minus
3.
Minus 3.
minus 3.
Okay. Now fourth value is equal to. Chalo. Old value of R2. What is that value? 1. Okay. 1. 1 minus 15 as it is. Okay. Into new value is 0. So your answer is what? Your answer is? Your answer is? Tell me. We have last 5 minutes. Your answer is? 1.
1.
1. And again, write down next value. That means again this. Write down this value here. I want this value. Sorry. No. This value. I want this value. How you can write? Old value of R2. Old value of R2 is what? 1800. Okay, 1800 minus 15 into corresponding value of key column. Sorry, corresponding value of corresponding value of wait. Oh, sorry, it is 15 minus new value of R1. It is 100. What is your answer? Tell me fast. What is your answer?
300.
300. So now remember these values 0, 4, minus 3, 1 and 300. So you can find here 0, 4, minus 3, 1, 300. This is correct. Hello? Yes? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Now I will remove this part. Okay, now I will remove this part and this part. Once we have these values, then again find out ZZ. 1600 into 1 plus 0 into 0, it is 1600. Chalo, 1600 into 0.8. Tell me fast. Okay, just we have to find key row and key column. Okay, key row and key column. Do this fast. Okay. Okay, I will remove this. I will put here 4. 1600 into 0.8 plus 0 into 4. 1600 to 0.8. What is the value? 8. 1. 1. 16 into 8. 1.
1280.
What? 1280. Is it? Okay. Now here 1600 into 0.2 plus 0 into minus 3. It is 320. Now here 600 into 0 plus 0 into 1. It is 0. Now here 600 into 100 plus 0 into this. So this 1600 again 100. Okay. So now find out Cj minus Zj. Here you find 0. Here what is the value? 1500 minus 1280. It is 220. Okay. Here it is minus 320. Here it is 0. Now how you can find key column? Fast tell me how you can find key column. By observing the values of Cj minus Zj. Which one is maximum? Which one is maximum? Hello? 0 is maximum, 220 is maximum, or minus 320 is maximum. Which one is maximum?
220.
220. So assign this as a what? Assign this as a what? Key column. Now you have to find key row. How to find ratio? 100 divided by 0.8. What is the value? So it is 100 divided by 0.8. Tell me its value. It is 125. Now next. Now see, if you check, previously we find X as a key column. Now here you find Y as a key column. Previously we have S1 as the first row as a key row. Here 100% you find S2 as a key row. Tell me here 300 divided by 4. Why 4? Because the respective element from this column. What is the value? It is 75. Which one is minimum? 75 is minimum. Assign this as a key. What? Assign this as a key row. And this value of 4. You can have this value of 4 as a key element. Is it fine up to you? Up to this, is it fine? Any doubt? Hello?
No, sir.
Okay. Now, most important thing. So here, see, I will make changes here also. Here only. Here we have this 4 as a key element. Okay. So while writing next table, okay, so we don't have these values. Okay, we don't have these values. Just remember. Okay, wait. I will put this as it is. Okay, again. I will do these calculations here. Wait. Select all and delete. Okay, we go for this. These are the old values. Okay, these are the old values we put here. And now new values we will take next one. This one. Okay. So this one, say again new values means again it is with blank. Or it is with blank. This one is with blank. Okay. This one is with blank. Okay, right here. 1600. Okay. Now tell me, Y is entering and S2 is leaving. Is it correct? For next table, Y is entering, S2 is leaving. So while writing next, write down here Y, and then here write down coefficient. It is 1500. Okay, 1500. Okay, we have this one. Okay, so we make this and we'll find final answer. See, within say up to second iteration, you will get this answer. Okay, 100%. Copy. Paste. Okay, now, hello, are you ready? We'll start. Hello, reply me fast. Sir, next lecture कुणाचा आहे? मी मॅमला सांगतो. मी एक वेट फॉर 10 minutes. Just 10 minutes. Okay, fine. Now see, in previous simplex table, second row is your key row. Okay, so we have to write these values first. Okay, how you can write these values means how you can write these values? Tell me fast. How we can write these values? Tell me fast. How we can write these values? Tell me. That means values from your key row. And previously key row means your second row is key row. How we can write these values? Tell me. Hello. आहेत का गेले सगळे? Hello.
Divide by 4.
Divided by 4. Here it is 0 by 4. It is 0. Okay. So here we can get 0. Here we can get 1. Here we can get minus 3 upon 4. It is minus 0.75. Okay. Next, it is 1 by 4. It is 0.25. Okay, and here we get 75. Now we have written this. Now we have to check, we have to write values from first row, and it is not key row in previous table, so we have to use that formula. So what I told you, okay, whenever you are writing the values for row number 2, just remember 2 2 1. So here you are writing the values of row number 1, and you can remember 1 1 2. Okay, 1 1 2. Remember these 2 2 2 1 and 1 1 2. So 1 1 1 1 1 2. So you can write here new value of R1, NR1, their formula will change like this. NR1 is equal to old value of R1, minus, this is same, corresponding value of key column, into this new value of, it will change, new value of R2, it will change like this, 1 1 2. So now we will start. Okay, so here what is that new value? Means this value is equal to old value of R1. Old value of R1 is 1. You can write here 1 minus corresponding value of key column. Corresponding value of key column. Tell me what is that value? This is very important. Corresponding value of key column. It is not 1. It is what? 0.8. Why it is 4? We are writing the value for row number 2. No, already we have written here. We are writing the value from, we are writing the value for what? We are writing the value for what? First row. Okay, so this first row and this column, so it is 0.8. So 0.8, it is same, into new value for R2. New value for R2 is here, it is 0. So what is your answer? It is 1. Okay, so you can write here 1. Okay, hello. Okay, it is fine. Now we'll go for second. Check once. Next, old value of R1. Old value of R1 is 0.8. Okay, it is 0.8 minus, again हे सेमच राहणार आहे, 0.8 into new value of R2. New value of R2 is 1. So you can find here 0. You can find here 0. So see, for last simplex table, always you find it is crossed 1 1. Remember this also, 1 1. Here you find it is 0 0. Okay, you can get idea about this. Okay, now third value. Tell me third value is equal to old value of R1. It is 0.2. So it is 0.2 minus 0.2 minus corresponding value of it is 0.8. So do you understand this? Why it is 0.8? Why it is 0.8? Why it is not 4? We cannot use 4 because here we are writing the values for row number 1, and this value 4, it is from row number 2, and row number 2, see this, row number 1. Okay, row number 1 and this key column. So we have to use corresponding value of key column is 0.8. Why? Because we are writing here for row number 1. 0.8 into what is that? New value of R2. New value of R2 is minus, just calculate this, minus 0.75. What is your answer? Just tell me. Hello?
0.8.
0.8. Now go for fourth one. Okay, last. Tell me directly value. Old value of R1. It is 0. Okay, 0 minus 0.8 is same into, okay, new value it is 0.25. Tell me its answer. Tell me its answer. Fast.
Minus 0.2.
Minus 0.2. Okay, minus 0.2. So we can write here 0.8 and minus 0.2. Okay, and this one, tell me, last one. What is that value? Old value, that fifth one. Okay, old value of R1. R1 old value is 100 minus 0.8 into new value is 75. What is your answer? It is
40.
It is 40. Okay, it is 40. So you can write here, say 40. Now last one. Chalo, this one 1600, 1500. It is 1600, correct? Hello. Now here it is 1500. Now tell me for this 1600 into 0.8, okay, plus 1500 into 0.75. What is the answer? Do this, Kelsey. Hello? 1600 into 0.8 plus 1500 into minus 0.7, 0.75. It is positive or negative? Just tell me fast. Hello? Are you there? Hello? Hello? You there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What is that value?
2405 plus
2405. Is it correct? Now find out next one. Have you added or subtracted? It is minus actually.
minus plus one.
Here it is pointed na. See, it is the addition. 1600 into 0.8 plus 1500 into minus 0.75. It is addition. It is addition. So it will subtract here. Tell me. Fast. Hello.
155.
155. Go for next one. Go for next one. It is finished now. Go for next one. 1600 into minus 0.2 plus 1500 into 0.25. 32, 3.2, 1525 divided by 75, 3275. What is that? 22 point something. Tell me that value. I have wrong written here 0. What is that value? This value. Hello. Hello.
55.
55. Okay, 55. Now tell me, what is Cj minus Zj here? Is it 0? Cj, this minus this, it is 0. Now, most important, 0 minus 155. Minus 155. Okay. 0 minus 55. It is minus 55. It is what? Minus 55. Tell me this answer. This answer is very important. This is your final answer. Tell me this answer. 1600 into 40 plus 1500 into 75. It should be your final answer. I think that answer is 176500. Is it correct? Hello? Is it correct? Tell me. Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is correct. Now see, so here, always see, we are finding what? Maximum positive value. Remember, I forget to tell you, you have to find, in order to find the key column, you have to check maximum positive value. So now, is there any maximum positive value from these 4? This is 0, 0, this is minus, minus. So we don't have any maximum positive value. Now, here you can stop. So we cannot find key column, we cannot find key row. So what will be your answer? This is again important task. What will be your answer? So see here x and here y. So this value of x is 40 and value of y is what? It is what is 75. And when you put these values in objective function, that means already we have done this. 40 into 1600 plus 75 into 1500, you have this answer. So what at last, what you can write? Okay, so here by doing simplex method, we have value of x is equal to 40. Remember, here it is x, so we have to this value of this value should be of x. Here it is y, this 75 is of value of y. So after doing second iteration, we have x is equal to 40, y is equal to 75, and z max is equal to 176500. Okay. Now see, we have to check whether this answer is correct or wrong. Correct or wrong. This is very important. Correct or wrong. So in calculator, if you solve these two equations, okay, these two equations, you can get value of x and y. Do this and tell me. See, 5x plus 4y multiplied by 3, 15x plus 12y is equal to 1500. 15 will get cancelled. So here it is 12 into 12 and 16. So minus 4, and here it is 1500 minus 18. So it is minus 300. So 300 divided by 4, it is 75. So value of y is 75, and same we have here, value of y is 75. Correct? Hello?
Correct, sir.
Correct, and value of y is 40. So at last we have to just cross check. Okay, so this answer is very, very correct. So have you understand this? So remember this 221 and 221 and 112 and this formula. Okay, remember this formula. Okay, if you have any doubt, again tomorrow's lecture we will repeat different problem with maximization. Now we will here manage the thing. Okay, any doubt you can really ask. Okay, in WhatsApp group. Okay, so we stop here. Okay, bye.